First question, I can't actually see the question at first, so maybe it's an identification. Do you know what that is? That's right, it's a duckling. Oh, as a matter of fact, that's Mum and Dad. This is probably a mallard duckling. Hello, that's baby. No, toddler, sorry. No, have you noticed that? A number of times. You say, little children love wildlife, don't they? So he comes along and pretends he's got a gun. Boom, 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 go away, boom, boom. I don't think children love wildlife at all. Given half a chance, they'd shoot it, kick it, eat it, anything but like it. Now they're giving them bread, and if you're wondering at this moment, do you want to show them the bread some? Do you think you should? There you go. See, it's got a little bread there. It's not the question I've got on this piece of paper, but the question, should I feed chunks of bread to the birds? I do get asked fairly often. The answer is no, you shouldn't do that. It's not really very good for them. It's not fatal, but it possibly could be to a small bird because it swells up in the tummy. So not a good idea. But if you are going to feed bread to the birds, and this is not a joke, make it wholemeal bread or something like that. And brown bread is better than white bread, as it is for us all. Anyway, what's this question? Just thought of something, says Debs Anders. Debs says, how long before this cutie, that's not me or her, it's this, gets adult feathers? It hatched last week. Okay, now that, it's a Canada goose, gobbling. I got it wrong. We've got a paternity suit who's going to go on here, because I said that it was the mallard, and it's not, it's a Canada goose. But believe me, in a quick photo, when you're not looking properly, a Canada goose, gosling, and a duckling are a bit similar, but I got it wrong, I'm sorry. Anyway, it's a Canada goose, it doesn't matter, it doesn't make any difference. That bird will take, let me see, 5 or 6 weeks, I think, at least, to actually get its feathers into a reasonable shape where you think, those look like normal feathers. In the case of a Canada goose, actually, come to think of it, that may be even longer. I think you'd be able to tell it was what we call a juvenile 2 or 3 months later, because it'll still, I've got a picture. If I'm sort of waffling trying to draw the picture, it's because I can't actually show you one. But it won't look like proper feathers for a couple of months at least. So I think that's roughly the answer to it. Look, come on. Now, this is much more to come. This is more interesting, actually, with all respect. Ugly ducklings, beautiful little cygnets. 4 cygnets. He started with 6 a few weeks ago. 2 of them have disappeared. Probably pike, maybe a dog, could be a fox. But I think probably pike. We have got pike in here. But these 4 should be all right now because they're a reasonable size. These guys, the swans, right through into the winter, you'll know they're youngsters. They will have real feathers, but if you look at the adults there, the white ones, if you imagine some brown on there, first of all these youngsters will get that size, but the feathers will be greyish brown. Eventually they'll become white with just a little bit of brown, and that's next year, so it's at least a year. So it'll be 2 years before any of those guys are anything like as handsome and, let's face it, as broody and randy as those 2. That's broody, that's randy.